10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Aw, come on.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Huh?
Liquid's turn to ban.
Yeah.
Should be interesting.
I'm really excited to see this. I mean, it's a lineup that's gotten a ton of coverage and press when it all came together, and I think that they've obviously got a ton of potential. Kuro, an amazing drafter, amazing captain. You've got Miracle. Still, I think his title as best player in the world has been tested at various points. I don't know if it's been completely usurped as of yet, but we just haven't seen a lot of these guys as of yet. Well, what's your read on their placement within like the general Dota 2 scene? Do you still see them as like that top tier organization, or have they dropped off a little bit here?
Liquid's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Oh, can't just rest on those old 6-point XX patches. They don't mean anything anymore. It's over. It's over, Gabe. Where it's a new world. There's shrines now. No one really knows them. Everyone still kind of clicks them when they walk around. It happens.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Warlock.
Dire team pick.
Oh, really? I haven't seen that one. I've still seen him a bit in terms of the general support strategies, but this is why. So they know Shadow Demon Luna's still in the pool. They're fully aware that they're giving that away, so they want the the Warlock. Excellent hero up against that general strategy. 5-man group up, huge ultimate, big reach, big range. So not too shocking. Probably going to see Cloud9 ban out that Darkseer. Would be, I'm sure, very happy to snag that up for mind control here. And if actually it'll be Liquid to take it out. I guess because... interesting. I wonder if they're going to run Underlord instead. Oh, well, he's gone.
Liquid's turn to ban.
That is surprising, though. Darkseer generally considered very nice against Luna. Maybe just worried that you're not going to get enough pressure with Darkseer StarLadder because you're up against Luna, Shadow Demon, and they don't have that next support yet. So it could be too difficult to really snowball that dual lane. It could just be off-lane StarLadder with Warlock kind of helping out. And yeah, that might be the best part. And just throwing out some shadow words and trying to apply some pressure up top and just get a mind control StarLadder. But interesting.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Liquid's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Bat Rider!
Dire team pick.
Times would be tough for Cloud9, but it'll be the Bat Rider here. So we'll see where this winds up. Plenty of options. Wouldn't be surprised to see this as a support Bat Rider for like Kuro. I know he ran that a long time ago, and
10
now it's even
seconds
better
remaining.
with like China running it quite a bit too.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Yeah, and with what we assume both supports already being shown here, it doesn't leave any room for like a silencer, which would be one of the better heroes to try and deal with something like that. We often see it picked up with the Bat Rider these days to really help accelerate the hero. So unless we end up with like a core one here, probably not gonna be an option here for Liquid.
10.
Lone Druid!
Dire team pick.
Yeah. It's the ranged bear. I don't think the other bear is a bear anymore. That's not even a hero.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Legion Commander!
Liquid's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
And I mean, I guess it gives you a little bit more of that lockdown that you were talking about, a way to be able to control that very lone druid if you're going to be able to get it at all. Because Savage Roar doesn't care, or rather, Duel doesn't care a whole heck of a lot about Savage Roar. I guess laning wise is maybe a little bit of an issue. Do you think that with Shadow Demon Mirana roaming around, like, is that something that they're going to be looking to do? Is try and find those pickoffs, or do you think that Legion Commander needs a little bit of help in her own lane?
Legion should be relatively fine. I wouldn't be too concerned. There goes Baby Knight's
Dire
hero.
team ban.
Yeah.
the absolute classic Baby Knight sniper. I think the biggest thing will be how the off lane of the Radiant interacts with this Luna lane. So trying to figure out just how much attention Shadow Demon and Mirana need to give up there. If they can get a couple of quick picks and
10
drive
seconds
like that
remaining.
StarLadder out of lane, if it ends up being him, or the Bat Rider out of lane, if that ends up being Mind Control's hero, trying to ditch them from there. And wow.
Liquid's turn to pick.
Yep.
Ten seconds remaining.
He really is, dude. He plays Sniper, Viper, Broodmother. He'll like run any of those things in the mid lane. Kind of a dick. God, baby, come on, dude.
Reserve time.
Play something exciting. No, it's a nice little kind of sustain going just with Shouty and Mirana. You don't have that like Witch Doctor Dazzle or something to go with your typical pushing strat. So now in addition to your buffing from the Legion Commander, you can get perhaps a mech going. Then again, with like Dragonlance and whatnot, you don't necessarily have to do those builds anymore on the Viper either. So
yeah.
He's a whole new hero, guys. What a time to be alive.
Well, and of course the remodel. The most important
he looks
part
pretty
and
cool.
change. I don't know what these little things are here. It looks like he's got little whiskers coming out of his face. Or
I envision it like he gets like a saddle and you like hold on to those. They're like handlebars and you like steer them.
That's great. Who would ride Viper? What would be the hero that would ride Viper?
Obviously Batrider. That would be like a Batrider cosmetic.
See, I like the idea of Meepo doing it. All right, we got the Drow Ranger.
Filthy.
Yeah, that is really rough. So the very frustrating to play against Lone Druid just became a little bit more buffed, and there's two other ranged heroes on this lineup as well. Team Liquid look to have a very strong draft. Do you favor it over what Cloud9 is throwing out there, though?
Yeah, I think I do. I assume they're gonna run this Lone Druid mid, I guess, instead of doing kind of the safe lane style we were watching Arteezy play and send the Drow Ranger to the bottom. But we'll see. Both heroes kind of similar, but with Lone Druid's Savage Roar, a little bit easier to escape. I guess it maybe comes down to who they prioritize not dying. If they're really too worried about the Lone Druid, they might not be willing to send him mid, but this is going to be very exciting. I've been thinking about this Drow Ranger the whole draft for kind of Cloud9, just wondering if they were going to make some sort of a switch up and do that somehow, but when the Legion came out, I guess I kind of forgot about the hero, but pretty sneaky little grab here from Liquid. Right at the end, like Warlock being good against Legion, or rather Drow drafts though. Legion Commander's also pretty good against these Drow kind of pushing styles. So throwing out a couple of those cues could be handy.
Well, we'll see how it ends up working out. We've seen a good amount of Drow Ranger. It's going to actually be a Miracle Drow. So I guess that is Matumba taking the mid lane?
Yeah, he's definitely the bear player, and I think it does make more sense to send the bear mid. So
okay.
Better survivability in general.
Well, it's no real surprise as far as the movement around the maps and what the lane is going to be. It does look like Rise here is going to be heading up towards the top, placing down a ward of his own. They are going to be not quite scouted out by this one. It looks like they are going to see Ace, who moves up to secure himself a rune as well. But do you think that this dual lane of the Batrider and StarLadder together is going to be strong enough to really contest what Cloud9 are throwing their way?
That'll be the big question, honestly. It all just comes down to these disruption and arrows. If you get a couple of quick kills, you might be able to force them out, send mind control into the jungle, and then GH kind of gets in this awkward place where he has the boots, so maybe he can go in for a gank, but mid can't set up unless there's some weird, like, bear Savage Roar back into a StarLadder who's like waiting. Like, it's just not going to work because you just roar towards your base and whatnot. So StarLadder is probably going to have the toughest time this game, at least getting things working.
Yeah, that's going to be a very contentious point, and early kills, it's obviously going to be good for him. He does start with those boots first, as you talked about. Well, he'll get the D ward here. Is he going to actually go to finish this off? I imagine they give that to the StarLadder, right?
Oh no, they got so greedy! That was close.
Oh.
That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, well, they get it at least, so good stuff there. Stun coming out onto Ace, starting to stack up the sticky napalm. Batrider lanes are hard to deal with. They ain't no lying. Ace already down to below half HP. They get another crush now, and a Rise as well. Noya has 3 stacks on him, with a 4th there as well. They need to be careful. They're taking a lot of damage in this lane.
Yeah, they're doing it a lot. Like, they have the shrine to back them up too, so they're just fully willing to spam out all their skills right now from GH and mind control, just knowing that they're gonna burn through. It's only 2 tangos on Rise and 2 tangos on Noya, and it's also even on Ace now, down to 2 tangos and a salve.
Yeah, that is really scary stuff. And Mind Control did just use his healing salve so he can be full HP going in to harass them again. We'll have to see how this lane works out. Mid, at least so far, it's looking like, you know, Matumbo Man's been able to have a pretty decent time, 6-0 versus the 5-1 of the Viper. And bottom as well, Hestejo should be able to get his farm, but I think that probably top lane is where we're going to be seeing a lot of the action taking place.
Yeah, Mind Control's been doing a nice job too, just like his general spacing. They're staying next to each other to make sure that the combination can't come from the arrow and the disruption too. Just playing around the creeps right now from Mind Control.
Yeah, very scary lane on both sides, and you know, Ace now having the Lucent Beam on top of bonus damage from Lunar Blessing. This could become a very quick pickoff for anybody, but they managed to get the pull, and now the creep wave a little bit more into their favor with the Equilibrium. Bounty runes will be picked up, and back to lane again. He's smoking. GH wants to go for a play mid, I guess. Is this a kill they can get?
I guess they have the bonus damage from the Drow, but he doesn't have Rabid yet because he's still just level 3.
Oh my goodness, I missed it. Sorry guys, disruption top lane into an arrow. Easy peasy, they find it. Alright, well, I'm fired, that's for sure.
Yeah. I don't know, this is tough mid. If there's any time to gank a Viper, it's certainly early, but yeah, they just decide against it. They're just like, this isn't gonna work, guys. Even with the Rabid.
I mean, that was one of those moments as well where maybe if it wasn't a DD rune there, they end up going for it regardless because, you know, with the DD, you're worried you might end up getting picked off or something. But now, bottom lane going okay for the Legion Commander. 6 last hits so far. It does feel like maybe a missed opportunity with that movement by GH that Mind Control isn't going to end up getting taken down there.
Yeah, that really hurts too. That's that one kill they really need in this lane as the dire side. Just adding a couple levels up, put some more damage into the combinations from Shao Demon Mirana, and then just the general spells coming out from Ace. He chucks out some Lucent Beams. So they didn't even get all that bullying that I think they wanted. Weren't able to fully abuse, get into the shrine, come back and abuse again.
Oh.
And now it's going to be a lot more stable than it was for the first little while. And yeah, they're even feeling bold enough to gank bottom and leave Luna all alone. This might be risky, though.
Yeah, this is very, very bold. Luna, Ace ends up getting caught out a little bit. It doesn't look like they're actually going to be able to punish this, though. No sight right now on the rest of the side of Cloud9. But Luna can just farm with a couple of those Lucent Beams being thrown out. See if they can make this happen. It does feel like Liquid is aware that something is up, though.
Yeah, they still haven't shown. GH, like, they had this ward here too. They didn't see the supports there. They might have thought they smoked mid, but Matumbo Man's like in the river, so.
Miracle is playing this very carefully. Not going out to get the creeps at all, although he is going to move over now to the camp, and this will be scouted. So, might be able to rotate in. There's Rise moving forward, and this probably is going to be a kill now onto Miracle. He's going to need some serious 9k action to get out of this one. Arrow off the mark, but Miracle's still going to end up going down. Croaky is here as well. 3-person crush, and might be enough to be able to find the kill. Hestejo just says he wants to get out of there. GH, meanwhile, also going to be chasing down Noya. Is going to be able to find the secondary crush, and they do get that kill as well. No more mana right now for a third crush, but still, they end up taking 2.
I think Noya, the raiding creep wave, was chasing him, and so he knew that if he didn't throw it right then, they were going to get in the way. So that's why he missed it. He tried to go on like the earliest possible end of that disruption coming out.
Oh. Yeah, and I think that, I mean, you can understand the desire for it, but a little bit off the mark. And, well, back up towards top now. You do have Noya in the area to help out Luna. Batrider was kind of just running at her constantly, but the early movement around, you can see that Liquid is still taking an advantage just based off of solid laning, it feels like.
Yeah, nice little, like, in the network, this big, like, quad core, and yeah, I'm gonna have Mind Control too. This would be a close, possible double kill. Or double death, that is.
Yeah, not able to get it.
Can't get the suicide pack with Ace going, so.
Well, in the meantime, mid lane, they have been able to kill off the Bear of Matumbo Man, who's going to start to get ran down a little bit. Does still have Soul Catcher on him, so needs to be careful about this. Running very aggressively towards that Viper.
The prize is mine.
Yeah, for the most part, though, he's kind of weathered the storm mid. He's now level 6. And there was no rotation from Shao Demon Mirana. He's got his phase boots up. It's very slippery, so those two like popping out of smoke or something won't quite have the range to just immediately initiate on him unless he gets Viper Striked or something. That'll be on cooldown for quite a while as they pressure into this tower heavily with Kuro.
They're there. Damage is being dealt, and the tower's going to keep on being pressured at least a little bit. But the movement in now, Rise wants to find this initiation. They do also have the StarLadder coming in from the other side, so they need to be careful. Oh, Gen's getting caught. Good press the attack. Hestejo not able to chase that one down. Doesn't have duel up yet, but with Ace also going to TP in, it looks like that should call off the rest of the charge. And Mind Control going to take this time to pressure Noya out of lane.
Oh yeah, this is great for Mind Control. Luna TP's out, got Firefly off cooldown. Time to farm some creeps. Fat stacks. Oh, some neutrals too.
Ace is
TP
here
in 1 second. Oh, Mind
Oh,
Control.
okay. That Lucent Beam
Yeah, he
is
can
going to
fog
run
though.
away. Yeah. He does have his TP available as well, so yeah, I should be able to escape from that one. While Hestejo is going to go back to farming, while Miracle does a little bit of chip damage onto this tower.
Now double Tranquil's up on both GH and Mind Control too, so they are very fast.
Alright. Well, we're about that 7-minute mark, 7.5-minute mark. We haven't seen any towers fall as of yet, but a good amount of damage is being dealt across the board. It feels like Liquid are trying to be the aggressors. Is that something that you see to kind of continue throughout this game, them wanting to keep up pressure?
I wouldn't call it like full team aggression. I would call it kind of a double aggression, mostly from Mind Control and GH to try and buy some time and space from Atomic Man, as well as Miracle. Just let them get up some better items. Don't worry too much about big 5-man smoke ganks or anything like that. They just want to pressure up on the top lane, make sure Ace isn't too out of control, and keep drawing lots of attention up here. If you can keep the supports up here and away from these two farming cores, I would consider that a pretty good early game for Liquid. And now look at this too, just so much pressure coming in. Mind Control right from behind.
Rise getting caught. They have him there. Kuro is also in the area, and he picks it up. Killing spree for him at this early level. He's gotten all the kills on his team so far. A very, very farmed Warlock to start this off. Well, I guess not. He hasn't gotten any last hits at all, pretty much. But part of those kills is pretty nice.
Yeah, he's level 6. Miracle with a quick gust down bottom to push away Ace. Might secure his escape.
Oh, they want to go for the duel. Not going to be able to get it. They also have the slow from the Frost Arrows. Hestejo is going to go down. Really nice play there. And Miracle ends up getting the kill. It turned around so quickly with that gust.
Top lane too. Noya being chased in the trees.
I'll leap away.
No TP cancel though.
Not going to be able to find it. That bonus damage in Fountain, but not enough to kill.
Hestejo just getting a little bit too antsy there, diving past that one little part of the tree line down bottom with no vision, quickly caught up by a nice TP from GH. So this guy is the support player, man. The 9K support. Knows how to play some dotes. So very quick reactions.
Alan Hestejo up towards the top now has not been able to even use the duel once. So this is one of those moments where you start to get a little bit antsy as the Legion commander. What's the play for him to get back into this game? Like, with phase boots, is he going to be able to start to make moves, or does he have to finish off that Blink Dagger or Shadow Blade first?
They'll probably try some other smoke. Oh, actually, Noya and Rise are going to smoke up by themselves, and I'm going to bring the Legion commander with them, maybe hoping to mask their movements by doing so and leaving Noya or Hestejo at least kind of showing top. But they've just gone full pressure mode of the top lane. Atomic Man and Miracle, buddy system going. They know they have a little bit of an edge currently against C9, and so they can pressure some tier 1s pretty easily. But good reverse pressure down the bottom from Ace.
They're keeping that nice and well under control here. Is trying to go towards that Helm of the Dominator. Gloves of Haste done, as well as that headdress, and it does look like they might be going for a similar thing out of Viper. I guess that they might be going for a mech on Viper.
Yeah, he does kind of a this is the same build he did the last time I watched the play. He ended up going, he actually went Dragonlance into bot. That was a bit of a stomp.
Duel over to the side. Miracle, they have the Eclipse Elves as well, so they don't get the damage, but they do find the kill.
I think he likes to go for like an early headdress just because you need that little bit of regen on Viper, and then he'll opt in towards could be the mech, could be the pipe if it fits the game. Oh, he gets stunned up.
Yeah, it's a problem. Pump fakes
Kuro's
the
dropping the
ulti.
base, dude.
Thinking about going for it. Rise getting gone on as well now. They do have the crush for him. They finally drop the golem onto everybody, and it looks like they are going to at least be able to take out Rise if they decide to go for any more. Now the golem's gone, and so too is the rest of Liquid. But not a bad usage of that first golem. They use it to find a kill. Actually, it's just a support.
Yeah, and they
rough.
killed Miracle on C9, so it's
Yeah.
a nice win for them.
Well, currently 11 minutes in. Take a look at how the net worth is sort of looking, and Viper up on the top of it, at least for now. Does feel like he's going to be able to sort of levy this position into taking these fights. And Viper is not somebody to mess around with. The gank from GH as well as Mind Control is going to be coming, and everybody wants to get in on killing Baby Knight.
Dude, just right again, this pressure so fast.
Oh my god, that is a problem. Pushback, no lasso needed. Easy peasy for Liquid.
The bear lasso, just a casual route there.
Yeah.
Who said this guy was totally useless, you know? He still just walks around, at least roots people every once in a while. They're trying to find Miracle with this ward down bottom, but there's that smoke play with the Legion Commander. Now the phase are up. It will be fruitless. They have a wrap mid, but this seems unlikely to catch Matamba.
Yeah, just good recognition there again by Liquid as to what the movements were coming in from C9, and they don't manage to find it. Tower still goes down. They don't end up even getting to the deny there. This has been after that nice pickoff that came about from Miracle, it's been a rough couple of minutes since.
Yeah, and GH has been farming away too. This guy's almost up to a Blink Dagger at 13 minutes. So he's 0-0-6. So many assists across the map involved in all 6 kills, and even picking up a couple neutrals along the way too. So very, very well done. Him and oh man, this is terrifying. Like Mind Control. You just have like level 8 StarLadder, level 8 Barret. You have 2 offlaners right now, and they both have blinks.
Yeah, this is a rough one. That lane definitely worked out for them well, and it's weird too because it felt like it was maybe going to fall apart there for a bit, but they ended up putting it together towards the end. At this point, if you're Cloud9, how do you deal with this? Do you need to try and sort of regroup and just split push, or is it try and take fights as 5?
If you look at Liquid, they kind of have the whole package. They have initiation coming from StarLadder and the Batrider, so they can gank you if you're alone. So if you're trying to do some sort of a split push, they can just be smoking up and pressuring you. But they also have insane just 5-man tower push.
Oh, and Noya again is going to get caught out here. So, well, Hestijo comes in to try and break it, but now he's going to get gone upon as well. Can they bring him down before the invis is there? They have
nice
the dust as well to reveal. Oh, Rise, you're in some trouble as well, trying to run away, brought down again, and Noya also revealed, but not able to make the full play onto them. Now they're heading back towards mid. They're not stopping. They just want to keep on going.
Oh, this trade is not going to work out. Blink Crush.
Oh, Baby Knight caught again. Ace can't really run away now, and they end up getting caught by the golem. It's all gone wrong for Cloud9. Eclipse is not going to do a damn thing as Ace drops as well. Liquid looking incredibly strong right now.
Yeah, their group up play has been quite remarkable. Again, it all kind of harkens back to this dual offlane and just how strong this StarLadder Batrider. It really is. It's 2 initiators. I mean, they're insanely farmed. They're both above the offlaner on the side of C9. Liquid really sniped a nice position by just getting this Drow Ranger. A hero that, you know, can not always get away with lanes, but with the Legion Commander there, they just didn't really see the pressure and knew that Luna would probably need a little bit of help top as long as they forced the Batrider and the StarLadder up there. And Kuro doesn't need all that much on position 5, so he's happy to buy a couple of these items. Of course, he doesn't have that Midas queued up rather wishfully. And maybe GH will buy some items now that he has, or some wards rather, now that he's got his Blink Dagger.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really need a whole heck of a lot else as a StarLadder, right? I mean, you just start farming heroes at that point. Be a part of those kills. Pick up a bounty rune here and might run into the rest of the side of Cloud9. They would love any type of pick off at all at this point. It just feels like they're kind of getting rolled. You look at the net worth right now, 6,000 into the favor of Liquid with right around 7,500 experience. There needs to be a change soon here.
It's crazy how much Liquid have just pushed this entire game their direction. How long was this ward down? I mean, this ward went to full expiration without even doing a single thing.
Oh, God. And Rise. Yeah, I mean, he gets his ward down, but now looking for a bit more. You do have GH with the Blink Dagger off cooldown. 5 seconds, immediately takes off the Corrosive Haze. Mind Control going to get gone upon here as well. Baby Knight is there. They do have the damage coming out onto them. Noya taking a good bit as well. The Fatal Bonds is just destroying everybody from Cloud9. And, well, can they get a bash? They need one here. Oh, that's not going to end up happening. Didn't even have it leveled up. So certainly weren't going to find it there. And now...
Oh, the root, though.
Oh, Ace. When it rains, it pours for Cloud9. Hopes and dreams just turn into ashes in their mouths. My
And
goodness.
they also got top. For Liquid, too. So the way they have pushed this whole game has kind of been absurd. They also know this ward is here. Crow's pinging it out. He's like, yeah, there's definitely a ward up there. My Bat Rider, please go deal with that. Thank you. They tried to put this kind of pressure on from C9, where they had this ward down bottom, and we saw 2 full smokes go through with Shao Demon Mirana, and then Shao Demon Mirana and Legion Commander. But we had a Drow Ranger and a Lone Druid just like living up here. They have knocked down all the towers, and they made that big swing around into the mid play now. They're just going to group up, come mid with golems back up. They're killing Last Joe.
He's gone. Yeah. He just wants to farm. This guy just wants any type of initiation item. He's got phase boots and a poor man's shield at this point at 17 minutes. It has just been a hard life. And look at Matumbo Man's range.
They're so fragmented. It's like Liquid just go for this 5-man play, and they can force C9 to come back, and then they can just like walk to another lane and just do it again. You've got these guys trying to farm up top. Baby Knight, he goes to the same bots build that he went the last time he played Viper. And it's kind of helping with the split push, but it doesn't matter when they kill your towers this fast. I mean, Miracle's not even hitting the tower. He's like farming the creeps. Just doesn't care.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a Shadow Blade now as well on top of that little wolf with him on the Helm of the Dominator. So, Shrine's next. Roche, I mean, they've already taken it. It's just going from bad to worse. Cloud9, it feels like they're pretty much almost out of this game at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you start to look at this and you're like, okay, well, they have Drow and Lone Druids, so once we get to the high ground, then we have the big turnaround plays, but they're rocking a Viper over here on the Dire. There's no Storm Spirit or something who's gonna magically kill 5 heroes every time. It is still a Viper. They don't have the best AoE, kind of an offlaner. There's no Shaker or Darkseer or something for the giant turnaround play. If they do turn this game around, it's going to come from consecutive single pickoffs, it looks like. I find it hard to believe they're going to find a big AoE team fight through just Luna against the current roster of Liquid, and they're happy actually just kind of poking in high ground while they still have a little bit of this Aegis left here.
Well, Arrow, ooh, Matumba Man dodges away at the last second there. Could have been a little bit scary, but
still a full minute.
Yeah. This is a problem. The little wolf is going to get taken down, but there's the jump forward, crush onto Ace. Fine. Arrow is going to connect onto the bear. Have another bear here, and the silence now onto Baby Knight. Not going to be able to really follow up too much more into that, but he is already dropped so low again.
Where's my Miracle 9k Helm Steal? Get that wolf. He doesn't want to get too close.
All right, in the meantime, Kuro is just going to make the drop-in sound as Ace already gone upon. They didn't end up throwing out the lasso as of yet. Trying to look for a response. Baby Knight dropping so low, but Tumbaman just kills him off because this build is absurd. He does so much damage. Look at it. Almost 300 a pop, and on such fast movement speed, they on spamming it out, but Tumbaman low, but not dead yet.
Look at him run.
Yeah. Crush. Getting healed up. They have the imprisonment. Fine.
He's like hasted.
Yeah, he's really quick. This is silly. 462 movement speed. 390 or 290 damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, I think a lot of heroes would look really OP if you had a Mjolnir before 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But the fact that you don't really need a defensive item just makes this guy so ridiculous. You just always have this bear that you can bring back. And Savage Roar way, control it up that way. You're also just generally pretty beefy. It is certainly something else. He appears to be heading in towards a Scotty. Got to make use of that early game Orb of Venom. No gold going to waste here in the current Lone Druid build from Atama Man, you know?
Absolutely. That's
Good
65
strats.
damage. Well, all right. You know what? We gotta find some light here for all those Cloud9 fans in the world. I mean, I know that they're used to a certain placement at various points, but we gotta find it. We got a blink dagger up on Legion Commander, right? This is looking okay there. We got Mirana. She's building back towards an Aghanim Scepter. It's going to be a little ways away, but, you know, 1,700 gold isn't incredibly hard to come by. Just hit a couple creeps, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. I think the only way they would have fight that I could see would be
Matama Man gets arrowed for max duration. That has to happen. I don't even think they can kill Matama Man. You have to like kill someone else. You like maybe you kill Kuro, but if you try and kill Kuro, you're gonna get blink crushed or blink lasted by mind control. Try and kill Miracle, you're gonna get Savage Roared. But actually, if you try and arrow Matama Man, someone's gonna get Savage Roar anyway. So yeah, they actually just can't win a fight. Sorry, it's over, guys. If it's 5v5, I don't see it happening.
Okay.
I'm glad to be proven wrong. Oh, Cloud9.
There you go. I think it can happen. I still believe. We'll see how this ends up working out. Their backdoor protection is off on this tier 3 tower. They've got creeps going in. Nobody is defending this right now for Cloud9, so maybe this is the way to go. Oh god, there's a TP in. Baby Knight pulled back in as well. They are able to immediately take it off with the Legion Commander, so
that was nice. They knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Hester was back there waiting for it too. So there, they burnt Lasso. That's a nice win actually. So that stops the Batrider blinking. We still have to worry about the Warlocks though. So Kuro maybe next priority if they can get him quick enough, but difficult target.
Jump Crush onto Hestejo. Arrow coming out, not going to connect. Looks like they are going to be fine now. Silenced up Hestejo, but still the tower is falling.
Range.
Yeah, the Dragon Lance comboed there together. That is some silliness. They smoke out. I do believe that Liquid saw that smoke come out. That one initiation, 2% crush. Shadow Demon gone. Hestejo as well. They do manage to get the arrow. Makuro comes down, drops it onto their face. The big golem. And now Baby Knight also going to get ran down. They buy back on the Shadow Demon. They desperately need this guy alive for any type of saving potential that they might have. And Matama Man still hitting away here. Can they do anything? Silenced up. Oh, die back for Rise. They get the crush. GH four-steps himself away. Not going to get caught at all. Noya also trying to run, but... well, if there was any doubt before about Liquid's status, they're proving it here. Still a tier 1 team as they take down Ace immaculately. GG gets called. 23 minutes, 22-5. There might have been a meme in there. Stuff.
Damn. They actually look fantastic. They played very well. Great movement around the map. Maybe just a straight up draft win too. I could see this draft not working out well though if it wasn't for that heavy pressure from GHM mind control. I think despite the way the whole game looked, thanks to Matama Man and Miracle being kind of gods near the end there, just in terms of the overall damage they were outputting, like GH 0016, what a player. I mean, what more can you ask for from your support starter? Him and mind control just completely ran train top. Very well played.